Mauricio Sulaiman comes out and responds to the news about Jaime Munguia's failed PED results and the things that could happen after this. And he says that a lot of different things that kind of doesn't surprise me, but the way he expressed this is kind of weird. He said we've had many cases in which there is an adverse result, and unfortunately, by nature, we all come to the conclusion that there is guilt. Jaime Munguia is being crucified. They are blaming Eddie Reynoso, who has absolutely nothing to do with it. So he already has said that Eddie Reynoso has nothing to do with it. Then he says, I would like to express unconditional support for Jaime Munguia, obviously for Reynoso, who has nothing to do with it. They're going to give everything so that he can prove his innocence. And if he is guilty, let him bear the consequences. Then he goes to talk about the 10 days and what will follow as far as the 10 days after the positive test was announced that he'll have. He said what happens when there is an adverse result is that there has to be an investigation. Exhibit B is going to be open. Perhaps it was a false result. If the adverse result is confirmed, the boxer and athlete has every right to look for a way to understand what happened. A doping can obviously be voluntary, and it can be contamination by supplements or by some situation or some cream. We have seen many different cases. He said, we as an organization consider the history. Jaime Munguia has passed more than 100 anti-doping tests in his career. He has never had the slightest situation or any doping problem. He is a clean young man. There were previous tests that were negative. We are going to see what happens and what comes out because he said it is a very scientific issue, complicated, a lot of ignorance, and unfortunately, once the news come out, conclusions are reached that hurt people. That wasn't a title fight. It was a 10-round fight. There was no title involved. If it had been of the council, we are the ones who would have to address the situation. The BBBFC, which is the British Boxing Control Board, is going to maintain it, and they're going to be the ones who have jurisdiction over the fight. As Munguia is a world qualifier, we're going to monitor the matter, and above all, seek justice. And if there is guilt, as I said, let the consequences be paid. So it sounds like he's right now going all out for what Munguia, with his support for Munguia and Eddie Reynoso and everyone else. So as far as trying to figure everything out, that's what he said right there. Y'all got all the information you need on what Mauricio Sulaiman said. This dude is ridiculous, man. This is actually worse than what he said on the Ryan situation. That's all I got. Like and subscribe.